From the students of the Department of Meteorology and Atmospheric Science, here is your Penn State Campus Weather Service forecast.
Happy Monday, State College. A little wet out there to start this morning. You can see a few raindrops on the camera. A little misty out there too. Kind of foggy, but it's definitely misty because of all the rain. You can see the cranes in the background, but you can't see past those outside of Beaver Stadium because of all the mist that we are experiencing this morning. Right now we're experiencing a temperature of about 32 degrees, so right at the freezing point. Feels like 26, and that's because it is a little bit breezy this morning. So if it was any colder, this rain would actually be falling as snow, if that is to be believed. I don't think that is an accurate measurement, though. I think it actually is a little bit warmer than that, especially since there was no snow when I was out earlier this morning. But there's a chance I might see an isolated snow shower tonight and into tomorrow morning. You can see here on that satellite radar all those rain showers, maybe a few back-end snow showers making their way in across the region this morning. If we zoom out and take a wider look, you can see where that stationary front is, and that's what brought all the major flooding across the Midwest. They're finally seeing the relief of that as those rivers will finally be allowed to crest and then slowly dwindle down in terms of their levels this afternoon. But this warm stationary front will slowly make its way towards the east. It's stationary, so it's going to take its time. So until then, we're going to see the chance for some rain and possible isolated snow showers. Temperatures across the region, we are sitting in the mid to upper 30s across the central portions of the state. If you zoom out across the rest of the state, you can see that we're in the 30s, with the only exception being Philadelphia this morning. And you can really see where that stationary boundary is too. Temperatures are about 10 to 15 degrees colder compared to where they were this time yesterday. If we go on with terms of the future weather, you can see those clouds eventually starting to decrease. Maybe a few isolated snow showers, especially on the back end towards the western portion of the state. But otherwise, though, we'll just see a mix of sun and clouds over the next few days before we might see a chance of rain then turning later this week. So Tuesday by about 8:30, skies begin to clear out, and then Wednesday morning, we'll see the skies mostly clear, maybe a few clouds in the sky, but otherwise no precipitation for your Wednesday. And then that looks to be the case too as we go into the next week. Below average precipitation from the south, which they desperately need, and then we're right about the average area, so we shouldn't see too much rainfall. And then temperatures, they should remain a bit below average, but you can see the above average area slowly making its way towards the east. This was about here a few days ago, now slowly shifting its way towards the east, so those warmer temperatures are on the way. But for tonight, forecasting the low 42 degrees, cloudy skies with an isolated snow shower possible. And then tomorrow, we're more or less the same, cloudy with an isolated snow shower possible, a little windier too, with a high of 36 degrees. And you can really see that on that 7-day forecast. Clouds pretty much throughout the whole period, which is kind of why I chose that background, because that's what it's going to look like outside. Tuesday, Wednesday, cloudy, and Tuesday might see an isolated snow shower. Temperatures really bottoming out tomorrow, and then by about Wednesday, they climb back up, and they're around average. Slightly below average on Thursday, but then back towards average for Friday, and then the big warm-up starts once again on Monday.